May I please, Your Lordship, my lords, may I? Would my lord be kind enough to take up the act, my lords?
We are hearing today on interim relief or on the main matter?
Well, as far as the interim relief is concerned, my
He
lords,
done
he has given, so we don't want to argue the main matter, my lords. It can't be argued. But we are willing, my lords, whenever your lordships wish to hear it, we'll argue
My
that.
lord, when I join my learned friend, my lord, whenever your lordships considers, today or any day, I don't think your lordships could have got time, my lord, to read yesterday. Lord,
At least I couldn't.
I understand.
That's
I
why I
understand,
myself
and
have it any day when your lordships
Lord,
can hear the
kindly have
matter.
it next week, subject to your lordship.
Whenever,
But for interim order also, it may not take long, but it might take a little while. That's all.
No, it'll take some time. I mean, honestly, it'll take some time.
How much is your estimate on your side?
But it'll take 2 hours this side.
Almost a day, because we
Yeah.
2 hours.
It will, but honestly, it will take time. I don't want to.
All of us.
Yes, all of
But it's a stay of statutory provisions, but I am not arguing right now. Lord, that would be, my lord, the major concern. But, my lord, I can't, my lord, say what time they will take, my lord, but some reasonable time, my lord, your lordships may devote next week, my lord. Otherwise, I understand today, my lord, the difficulty is a practical difficulty. I can't.
Lordships, insofar as item 16 is concerned, we are slightly different, excuse me, in the sense that.
In
we've
fact, what I've
challenged
done
the
is, well, I've
provisions
prepared a note.
Which seem to have been.
If I can circulate to your lordships, it'll take less time. I'll give it to the other side also. What are the provisions which are per se unconstitutional according to us? So, they can also provide so that it's easier for us.
At least.
Have you
Huh?
furnished a copy to the learned SG?
No, regarding what? I'm sorry.
That note?
It will be filed. We can file this note. Let them file.
I think it's better you circulate that so that.
Yes.
You can also, if possible, you can also furnish us with a short note.
No, certainly, my lord. On my affidavit is, my lord, detailed, but we can file a shorter note
That's right.
because 3 issues are identified by the court, my lord, on which the interim order is to be considered.
The lordships are identified by petition.
Yes.
The 4 members.
Lord, your
Five lead matters. But five lead matters normally, the lead matter is only one.
Well, this,
will not we consolidate a note? I think that might be better.
That would be better if we
I think we'll get together and consolidate.
no issue at all. We'll do that.
In fact, we have already shared our points with Mr. Sybil to try and.
I've already been
May I
incorporated.
suggest, subject to agreement by the other side, then there can be 5, my lord. Now that that's a judicial order, my lord, we can do nothing.
rather than having any matter as a lead matter, let us have the issues which are required.
Exactly, my lord. Let there be written note, my lord,
Which
consolidated.
are required to be gone into for consideration of interim relief.
Perfect.
Lord,
That's
there
what
can,
we'll do.
Lord, there can be one written note on their side and one written note on our side. We will sit together and prepare a note. They can sit together and
Note will come, prepare it and we'll file it.
When can it be? By when we can?
my lord, by
By Monday,
by Sunday, my lord. No, it's ready.
by Sunday.
Mr. Sybil's note is ready.
Yes, by Sunday.
Just give it to me. We will respond to that, my lord, by
to
Sunday.
consolidate our arguments this side, my lords, by Sunday. So by Monday, we are ready.
Circulate it to all of us.
We'll circulate to everybody.
No, I had created a whole.
Circulate it to us also.
Yes, of course. We'll be in difficulty if we don't, Malad.
That's also into confidence.
Perhaps if the lordships could consider.
Once we decide those issues,
Transfers would be covered. All petitions will be covered, my lord, either way.
Discuss it.
Today, I think your lordships are only concerned.
Let's not, Malad, discordant voices, Malad. We'll do a unified note,
Yes.
taking note of
One
everything.
on each side. Yes.
Our.
Yes.
so you're from which side?
It's our side, Malad.
We are with Mr. Sybil's side.
Our side.
Both of us are, although
No, they-
more on this side because of lack of space.
They have,
we have, some of you appear to be in the aisle.
no, Lord.
We are all
They,
firmly on
even
this side
they,
of the
Lord,
mic.
they have encroached on this side.
If I may say so, it's like a Mumbai train. You enter the court and then you are taken whichever side.
There's a lot dimension, my lord.
The middle is sometimes called the cross benches, my lord. They're from the cross benches. They are on the well of the
Lordship,
court.
there's a third set of petitions.
Lordship may give any.
Lord, our writ petitions, Lord, we have filed the writ petitions, which have been treated as, Lord, impeded application. Now, Lord, why, just say,
So that's what we are requesting, Mr. Sibal has also agreed that,
very nice. Lord, only one request, Lord, from the very beginning of the Joint Parliamentary Committee, I was there, Lord. I spent my 8 months for that. Just kindly allow me to speak for few minutes after anybody.
Not the difficulties.
At any
I know, I'm not on Mr. Banerjee.
Mr. Banerjee, you would like to address us as a lawyer or as a
Lawyer,
parliamentary?
as a lawyer, of course, as a lawyer.
Lord, I'll tell you a lot.
Lord, I.
Lord, can I say something? Lord, yeah, Mr. Banerjee was also not there, your lordships were also not there. Let me make it clear. Lord, because of several interventions and several petitions, this honorable court directed that let 5 petitions be treated. The rest would be interventionists and they can assist the leading arguing lawyers. So, my lord, that's, otherwise it
Lord,
becomes unmanageable. My lord, we have 40 people on this side, 40 on that side.
Very nice. Lord, I am requesting to give me a chance. 5 plus 1. Just one. Lord, I was not there. I
The court has only directed those 5 petitions to be,
Exactly.
dear Madam,
There was a purpose, there was an intent.
it has not restricted the number of lawyers that would address.
That's right. Lord.
And at least in Supreme Court, no judge can do that. Some we'll maintain, and at least after the live telecasting has started,
Yes.
That's, Lord,
Because we'll share our points with Mr. Sibal and Dr. Dhawan. We'll share our points as far as possible so that we don't have to individually address your lordship. Yeah, because let Dr. Dhawan and Mr. Sibal will point out the main issues.
so we have lawyers, we have a parliamentarian, we have an academician.
parliamentarian come lawyer, not only parliamentarian. My lord. Lawyer first, then the parliamentarian.
Lord, there are states, my lord, we are also, my lord, on our side curtailing. And my lord, now, my lord, in the intervention applications where, my lord, not considered, my lord, that is a fact. Now, if your lordships would like to hear them, my lord, I can't come in the way, I will not object to it. But that would be breaching the discipline agreed upon.
Any of the writ petitions were turned into IAs.
All the.
Yes, so then those must be heard. Those must be heard anyway, we're
Sir,
consolidating.
may I submit, sir, that 30% of the around 130 parties, may I just,
One second. My lord, the Chief
Sir,
Justice
may-
wants to say something. Could you?
yeah, 1 second, sir. May I just say that on the issue of the
He has
5
been
writ
teaching
petitions,
us, so therefore he has
sir, may I, sub-
he
may,
has been teaching us in the academy, so he has that right.
He has not forgotten that fact. my lord. That's the
I did not want to say that.
sir, I have a particular submission on the 5 writ petitioners chosen, sir. 30% of the nearly 130 parties are non-Muslim parties. All 5 writ petitions are Muslim parties. It should not give a polarized impression to the
No,
archive.
nobody is giving any polarized.
No, sir.
Petitioner is a petitioner, but he is
Sir,
not
please allow,
nor a Muslim.
sir, please allow the intervention.
No, no, don't bring this angle at all.
Names have been removed from the title.
Please allow the interveners,
Sir,
if they wish
Mr.
to
Sibal is right.
file writ petition, sir. Give liberty to file
One
writ
second,
petition.
would you
sir.
please?
That's all.
That's not possible, Mr.
No, no, that is the reason why
Then on what basis these?
there
five
is,
writ
the name is now
petitions are-
Ray
You,
validity of.
Sir, let the archive show, sir, a fair
can
picture of the.
at least now, can we have your
Yes, sir.
permission to say something?
Yes, of course, sir, of course, sir.
You, I think you are saying 2 hours, but do you think that it will be possible in 2 hours?
Yes. Because I'm worried, Malad, but this is the kind of thing, it's not good. Yes.
But this way, I don't think
No, with this way, we will not be even in a position to begin.
Yes. it's a
That
problem.
was the reason 5 plus 5. My lord, I agree with Mr. Sibal. And that was the reason this A religion or B religion that this court considered that the name of the now nomenclature would be Ray challenge to the Waqf Amendment.
We'll grant you 2 hours.
Yes.
We'll grant them 2 hours.
Fair enough.
You decide how to share that time amongst you, sir. I was done by you in that sub-classification matter.
Yes, exactly. Yes. We did that last time also. We'll do it this time.
Amongst us, there's no problem. We'll divide our time. There's no difficulty.
Lord, there is no issue on our side also.
But it should be done in a fair
Well,
manner.
what we'll try and do is we'll have a consolidated note and we divide if at all.
Minutes, other council to take some points, some council to take the other.
But still, there's a third dimension I was indicating. There is a substantive challenge to the 95 Act because the batch of the interim matters.
We are only considering on interim relief.
Interim relief. Please don't push. That's not on interim relief.
So,
We are also.
you want an interim relief on a 1995 Act in 2025?
Post amendment, there is a consequence which you would like to address lordships in a substantive.
We will go by the earlier order passed by the.
Yes.
May I just
We are here to argue on interim relief.
may I just point out that
Earlier
we
order
are
got
also
some-
agree by certain provisions of Waqf Act 1995 as amended in 2025. So there is a third dimension. Lordship may give us half an hour so that we can also make our submission. We are also agreed. We are also
Will
agreed.
never end.
We are also agreed by the present Waqf Amendment Act certain
Whether in the last order that is mentioned,
mentioned in the last order.
No, it's there.
It is mentioned in the last order.
Item
There are 2 writ petitions.
My lord, if it is shown, it is shown, my lord. Why are we arguing if there is already a judicial order?
Those 2 writ petitions.
Item 16 and 17.
Item 16 and 17, my lord.
so what is your grievance?
My lord, my grievance is that so far as the certain provisions of Waqf Act, so far as taxation is concerned, section 8, it is still there. Waqf tribunal, which is completely unconstitutional, it is still there. So there are various other sections which are completely draconian, which still exist in the statute.
They are existing since when?
1995 and 2025 also.
If they are existing since 1995 and if you are not challenging them
My
for
lord,
20
we challenged it. We challenged it.
When?
We challenged it.
Challenge them when?
Challenge.
Lord, let us not deviate from the order passed. Mr. Jain, please. Let us not deviate from the order already passed.
Was challenged earlier.
There's no interim relief required.
Asked us to go to the High Court. We filed around 140 petitions which are pending in different High Courts, and now we have filed the present writ petition, which is a fresh matter, challenging various provisions, my lord. It was challenged earlier,
Challenging provisions of 95 Act or 25 Amendment?
1995 Act as well as certain provisions.
How can we permit you to raise a challenge to the provisions of 95 Act in 2025?
Interim relief
I
here.
appreciate. May I just explain, sir? Just.
At least no urgency for interim
There is
relief
urgency-
They're on
there is
interim
urgency
relief,
for
my
interim.
lords.
So far, sir,
after 30 years.
Lordship may kindly appreciate. There are,
Interim.
may I just, I am also seeking interim relief, sir. It is there in my petition. I am
Are you seeking interim relief of the provisions of 95 Act or 2025?
65 Act, section 3R.
The common issue which we
Then
There
that
is
is-
certain deviation, Lordship.
But we argue when your turn comes, the deviation can be argued. It is taken care of in the earlier order.
Saying I must be given half an hour to, my lords, make my points.
We will sit on that date.
Section 3R, my lord, Shamlat Da, village land, that has not been repealed.
Samrat De, I think is pre-independence act insofar as my learned brother would know it, but
It's in Punjab or.
That's right.
I have dealt with one of the litigations from state of Haryana with regard to that.
Lordship may give us some time. We
That
will
is
see.
that is a pre-independence act.
Lordship, that's what I'm, Lordship may kindly.
It was-
Don't mix the issues and this.
Lords, I'm not mixing the issue. Lordship may kindly
How
appreciate.
can that be interim
That-
relief, my lords?
We will not consider any request for stay of any of the provisions under the 95 Act.
Yeah.
We are making it clear. Just because somebody is trying to make a challenge to the amendment of 2025 and somebody just wants to jump in and challenge 1995, that will not be permitted.
I think I am not able to communicate what has actually.
Lord, let it be on, my lord, whichever date your lordship considers proper, my lord, Tuesday or
Court asked
Wednesday.
us to go to High Court.
Mr. Jain, please.
They've never had a stay since 1995.
Can I say my lord, one line, he wants to say that we have been waiting for that stay since long, but this court directed us that you go to the High Court and never considered our prayer for 95. I am saying what he is saying.
95 is considered in 2025.
Yes.
That's what, my lord, he has yes, my lord, there is some difference, but he is to be heard, my lord. There is no point arguing that today. That's all I am saying.
Tuesday,
So the intervention applications may be allowed, sir.
Tuesday, fine.
considered them.
Interim
Intervention
assurance.
applications are, Mr. Jain is a nodal AR for that, so you have to approach him.
Lord, there are three, I'm one of the nodal councils. from
Mr.
this side.
Ejaz and Mr. Kanu
For
Agarwal.
interveners, it is Mr. Jain.
No.
my lord.
Yes,
They are writ petitions, all writ petitions.
There are 3 nodal councils. There are 3 nodal councils for the private
Yes,
interveners.
Mr. Kanu Agrawal, Mr. Aizaz and Mr.
Mr. Jain, that third dimension, but interventions, my lord. They can give their suggestions, my lord. That's all, my lord.
Earlier writ petitions were converted into intervention
Interventions.
application, barring 5.
Yes, Mr. Vishnu Shankar Jain is a
Yes.
for applicant. So you just ask
Yes.
the reward to contact him.
Lord, can it be on Tuesday?
Yes, Tuesday.
Tuesday, Malad, and the assurance continues because it's only till date.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Learned SG has made a statement.
Yes, yes, my lord. It must, it will continue.
The court order says only till, that's why, otherwise I would just.
No, that's.
To continue.
He is before the court, you are also before the court.
It possibly even doesn't say till today it has expired, but it is continuing. My lord, that, I can't remain on that technical.
reflected.
Anyway, my lord, it continues. Let's not go into that.
Last order, sir.
Mr.
They are not an issue, not an issue.
Till the next.
The direct solicitor is before the court.
Yeah, that's right.
If somebody, some officer tries to play with technicalities, we are here.
No, my lord, before that, I am there. Don't worry, my lord.
Manoj, may I just request, one small thing? Manoj, five petitions were identified as lead petitions. The rest have all become intervention applications. Manoj, I'm all requesting is that 5 petitions may not be limited to 5 senior counsel.
No, but that is decided and everyone else.
Manoj, it's not been decided.
Otherwise, then it will not be possible for.
Manoj, I'm just-
Here, this side of.
One of the 5, my lord, we can't object to that.
Manoj, I'm saying this that in previous practice of this court has been to give a certain amount of time.
Thanks.
And then,
Mr. Sibal has said that he will take 2 hours. So we request him that he should have a meeting with all of you and you
Yes.
decide as to how.
I think we have to subordinate our personal thing for a larger issue. Let one or two councils argue about it.
That's what we say, that it is very difficult
I mean,
to
there's a,
control the, I'm sorry,
No, I'm
I also
saying-
belong to.
I'm saying we have to suppress our own personal urges.
After 24th November, I will also be that side. But our experience of all the judges who come from opposite court has been that the bars there are much more disciplined.
That's right. That-
Manoj, if we could combine
Yes.
5 or 10.
Really difficult to.
I agree.
But I think when, from Madhya Bharat in particular, even the high courts, the decorum is something which is unbelievable because
So you also have the experience.
our own-
The learned solicitor has an experience.
Coming from Gujarat,
Bombay
follow
bench
my lord,
and
Bombay
Nagpur
practice and it's
bench-
completely different.
Bombay bench and Nagpur bench is like, one is like a circus and one is like a bench with great
But I
decorum.
must say that-
We always see that.
That this has changed now. It never used to be like this.
Here it is, we are taking so much time.
Yes, I know.
Only to fix the date.
On a lighter note, can I suggest, my lord, to remove this difficulty? Please stop live streaming of this matter.
That's what I said.
I've advocated that all for a long time.
Fix the time, why should we fix? What should we fix?
We are giving 2 hours, this side 2 hours to that side.
Correct.
And now, Tuesday, then we'll keep only this matter.
That's right.
But then it should not happen that for A reason or B reason, it doesn't go ahead and then we are left with no work.
No.
No.
No question, no
Lord,
question.
Mr. Sibal may share his note with us today.
Yes,
And we will file it by, my lord, Sunday, my lord.
Yes, Sunday morning.
Since we live at a distance of 16-kilometer distance, I live in 16 kilometers distance.
From here? No, but why? You must be in Luton's.
But that is, I could not.
No, but yeah, you,
5%.
no, you must be in the Luton's.
Yes.
The Luton's is not 16 kilometers. Yes.
My lords.
I can attest to the proof that he's a very good Lutyens. No, but you are living in Lutyens. You are living in Lutyens.
But Lok Sabha also is in Luton's zone.
Yes.
India and Mr. Simple, that's my distance. I have to go back. Today I will do, again I will go back.
But we are all accountable, my lord. We are all accountable in some way or the other.
Constitution.
No, the privilege,
I was not against fight. Can you reconsider?
There's already a member of the Joint Parliamentary Committee in the 5 also, ma'am.
Anyway, let's leave.
No, you have already
Let's get on
contributed.
with it.
Now let others.
Coming Tuesday, madam.
you Mr. Banerjee, your contribution would be either used by this side or that side. So
Correct.
it will be there.
States also.
Yeah, he's right. He's supposed to be right. The rest of the states are not having any problem.
No, that's not right. That's not right. Manoj.
I will try and echo his sentiments, but he should not be worried. I'll try and echo that.
Tuesday.
Grateful.
Grateful, Manoj.
Lord, they may give it today so that we can give them on Sunday. They get enough time.
Need a
Just
little time,
hand it over to.
time to cumulatively.
No, it is ready. Mr. Sibal has made it ready. You must trust Mr. Sibal's notes.
The note I have to.
That note we can hand it over to the learned solicitor.
Yes, we will. We'll circulate, mother.
Okay, you make the note final by tomorrow evening. Make the note final by tomorrow evening and give it to the learned SG and let the learned SG give it by.
Sunday evening.
Or Monday evening.
Saturday we'll be able to give, not tomorrow. Mother.
Okay, Saturday, but then you will have only one day or
The Saturday,
Then
Sunday,
Monday morning, my lord, we can, one day evening.
Monday evening you can give.
Monday evening.
See, that's fine.
Very well, that's fine.
We are not putting it on record, so but it is understood that by Saturday evening your note will go to Mr.
Definitely.
Yes, Mother.
And both the notes will come to us by Monday evening.
Yeah, definitely.
Or would it be Monday afternoon?
Monday afternoon, so that it.
We'll try and
reaches
get
your
it earlier
lordship.
also.
Otherwise, it doesn't reach
We can give it in a physical copy to the court.
to the court
Yes,
master.
yes.
We schedule.
We'll do that.
That will be better because here
Like,
if it is filed here, then that file might
yes.
9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So
That's right, that's right.
So traveling from here to here takes one of the entire route rather than.
We'll do both, we'll upload it and give the copy.
Yes.
give the physical copy.
Obliged.
Grateful. Grateful.
Ask the order to persist thing. There are contempts pending. How do? There have been contempts have been filed. Not a concern.
Lord, I know. No, 23, no, maybe kept on Friday. It's an illegal demolition matter. We'll file our reply.
No, we have 21, I think now.
No, 23 was tagged with this matter, but it's a slightly different matter.
That Uttarakhand matter.
Yes. We'll file our reply below.
So next Friday.
Yes, 23 maybe next Friday.
You will inform Mr. Sibal, otherwise you will.
I will inform.
It was mentioned by
Yes.
behind my back.
No, I'll inform. Friday morning. Yes.
Yeah, because
Thursday morning. I have not.
next Friday would be ceremonial bench. also.
Yes, but Thursday. Thursday. My lord, 21 is that, my lord, the open jail.
Lord, open prisons.
Open prisons. And your lordships were pleased to direct the registrar of this court to go and
Yes, go and inspect it and get.
inspect and make a, my lord, he has made recommendations. We have accepted all recommendations.
But I would like to say that I have something to argue in that matter. I placed on record the structure and the reason, not the rationale behind this open prison. It is, and the reason why.
I join my learned friend. Whenever your lordships considers, today or any day, I don't think your lordships could have got time, my lord, to read yesterday.
At least I could.
I understand.
That's
I
why I
understand and I
Have it any day when your lordships can. hear the
kindly have
matter.
it next week subject to your lordship.
Whenever.
But for interim order also, it may not take long, but it might take a little while. That's all.
No, it'll take some time. I mean, honestly, it'll take some time.
How much is your estimate on your side?
Whereas it'll take 2 hours this side.
Almost a day because
Yeah.
2 hours.
It will, well, honestly, it will take time. I don't want to.
All of us. all-
Yes, all of
But it's a stay of statutory provisions, but I am not arguing right now. Lord, that would be, my lord, the major concern. But, my lord, I can't, my lord, say what time they will take, my lord, but some reasonable time, my lord, your lordships may devote next week, my lord. Otherwise, I understand today, my lord, the difficulty is a practical difficulty. I can't.
Lordships, insofar as item 16 is concerned, we are slightly different, excuse me, in the sense that.
In
we've
fact, what
challenged
I've done is,
provisions
I've prepared a note,
which seem to be.
if I can circulate to your side, I'll give it to the other side also. What are the provisions which are per se unconstitutional according to us? So, they can also provide so that it's easier for us.
At least.
Have you
Huh?
furnished a copy to the learned SG?
No, regarding what? I'm sorry.
That note?
It will be filed. We can file this note, let them file.
I think it's better you circulate that so that
Yes.
you can also, if possible, you can also furnish us with a short note.
No, certainly, my lord, on my affidavit is, my lord, detailed, but we can file a shorter note
right.
because 3 issues are identified by the court, my lord, on which the interim order is to be considered.
Yes.
Lord, your,
Five lead matters. But five lead matters normally, the lead matter is only one.
Well, this,
Lord, we'll consolidate a note. I think that might be better.
That would be better if we have,
I think we'll get together and consolidate.
no issue at all. We'll do that.
In fact, we have already shared our points with Mr. Sibbal to try and.
I've already been informed.
May I suggest, subject to agreement by the other side, then there can be 5, my lord, now that that's a judicial order, my lord, we can do nothing.
rather than having any matter as a lead matter, let us have the issues which are required. to be
Exactly, my lord,
gone into-
let there be written note, my lord, consolidated.
Are required to be gone into for consideration of interim relief.
Perfect.
Lord,
That's
there
what
can,
we'll do.
Lord, there can be one written note on their side and one written note on our side. We will sit